Tori. I wake up 2 hours after I fall asleep. The amount of sleep I get on Christmas Eve seems to be decreasing each year, probably because my average falling asleep time gets steadily later due to my rather worrying internet addiction. Maybe, eventually, I'll just stop sleeping altogether and become a vampire. I'll be good at that. Not gonna bother complaining about my sleeping pattern right now, though, because it's Christmas, and this is the one day of the year when I should at least try not to complain about anything. This is hard when your 7 year old brother is hitting you in the face with a pillow at 6 o'clock in the morning. I say something along the lines of no and retreat under my duvet. But this doesn't stop Oliver from following, treating back the covers, and crawling onto my bed. Tori, he whispers, it's Christmas. Hmm? Are you awake? No. You are. No. Tori. Oliver, go wake up Charlie. Mom said I wasn't allowed. He started ruffling my hair. Tori. Ugh. I roll over and open my eyes. Oliver is completely under the covers, looking at me, wriggling with excitement. His hair is sticking up on end like a dandelion. Charlie and I have discussed at length how it's possible for Oliver to be related to us, since he's the literal embodiment of joy and we're both miserable fucks. We conclude that he must have got all the happy genes. Oliver has a Christmas card in his hands. Why do you have a... He opens the card, and the disgustingly cheerful version of We Wish You a Merry Christmas begins to play right into my ear. I groan and shove Oliver off the bed with one hand. He rolls on the floor and bursts into giggles. So annoying, I mutter, before sitting up and turning on my bedside lamp, resulting in a shriek of Yay! From Oliver. He begins to wander around my room, opening and closing the card, so it repeats the first two notes over and over again. Christmas is okay at our house. It's chilled, quiet. Dad calls it Spring Christmas, which he thinks is hilarious. We open presents when we wake up. Then family come over for Christmas dinner and stay until late, and that's it. I play video games with my brothers and cousins. Dad always gets drunk, and my Spanish grandfather, Dad's dad, has an argument with my English grandfather, Mom's dad. Truly wonderful stuff. But it's not exactly a normal Christmas day this year. My 15-year-old brother, Charlie, has an eating disorder, anorexia. He's had it for a long time now, but it's been particularly bad these past few months, and the stress of it caused him to have a self-harm relapse too back in October. He lived away from home for a few weeks at a psychiatric ward that specifically cared for teenagers who have eating disorder, and it definitely helped, but it's still been rough. Obviously, I don't really think there was a reason he got so ill. That stuff just happened, like diseases or cancer. So it's not his fault. Actually, I think it was probably my fault it got so bad. When I noticed that something was off with him, I didn't tell my parents, and I didn't ask him what was wrong. I didn't talk to him enough. I didn't do enough. But it's not about how I feel. It's not even about my parents. Christmas is a stressful time for people with eating disorder, since food is such a big part of the day, and I know Charlie's been feeling anxious about it. He's been stressed all week, arguing with Mom pretty much every day and shutting himself in his room. So today is about supporting Charlie. I pick up my phone, ignore the notifications, and text Becky, my best friend. Tori Spring, 6:16. Happy Christmas! Be thankful you don't have siblings. I am tired. Oliver threw pillows at me. Enjoy sleep. Bye. Mom and Dad said we can't wake them up until it's 7:30. It's 6:17 now. I get up and open my curtains to find the world still dark, tinted yellow from the street lamps. I fall back into my bed and put the radio on. It's playing a quiet hymn for once, instead of all I want for Christmas is you. It's nice. Oliver is spinning around in my desk chair, and the chore is singing Silent Night. My eyes are closing again, and now Oliver's sitting in my bed with me, the musical cord on a pile of clothes on the floor. It's 6:29. It's 6:42. 6:55. Oliver's pulling my hair gently. He's talking about what presents he wants and whether Christmas father ate the biscuits we left for him. And I'm mumbling something. I don't know what, and drifting off. And then my bedroom door opens again. Victoria? I wake up for the 10th time. It's Charlie, just visible in the dim light, standing at the door, in a navy Adidas sweatshirt and checked pajama bottom. He looks tired, but he's smiling. You awake? No, I say. I'm having an out-of-body experience. I'm just my ghost. Charlie snorts and enters my room. I turn to Oliver, who has fallen asleep against my shoulder, and give him a little nudge with my elbow. He snaps awake and sees Charlie. Charlie's here, he yells, and charges from the bed towards him, slamming into Charlie's legs and almost causing him to fall over. Charlie laughs and picks Oliver up like he's a baby, which he does at least once a day, causing him to giggle. Wow, you're very awake, aren't you? Can we go downstairs yet? Charlie carries Oliver towards my bed. Nope, Mom said 7:30. Ah. Oliver wriggles in Charlie's arms and drops down next to me, immediately snuggling under the covers, and then Charlie sits down next to him against the headboard. Ugh, younger brothers are annoying, I say, but I'm sort of grinning too. I curl up under the duvet. Couldn't you stay in your own beds? Just doing our job, Charlie smiles. Are you listening to Radio 4? What's with the church music? I don't think I can deal with Maria Carey at this time of the morning. Charlie laughs. Me neither. Like Oliver, his hair is sticking up from his forehead. He got purple circles under his eyes, and I can't remember what he looks like without them anymore. Aside from that, he looks almost like his normal self, all long-limbed and gentle. I only slept for 2 hours, I say. Same, he says, but I think his lack of sleep might be from different reasons to mine. How many presents does Father Christmas give you when you're 7? Asks Oliver, who's now standing up on my bed and trampling over the duvet. Charlie and I laugh. 7, Charlie says decisively. The same as the number of years you've been alive. So, when I'm 80, I'll get 80 presents? Charlie prods Oliver in the chest, and he falls over with a wild smile. Only if you've been good. I can't wait till I'm 80, says Oliver. Me neither, says Charlie. It's good we are all back together now. It felt weird, just me, and Oliver, and Mom and Dad. Oliver's still too young to talk properly. And I don't hate my parents or anything, but I don't feel like I'm too friendly with them either. Mom has this thing where she avoids talking about anything even slightly deep or emotional. Dad's the same, but he makes up for it by talking about books all the time. We all get along fine, but I don't feel like we ever talk about anything important. They still don't even like talking openly about Charlie's eating disorder, even though he's getting proper treatment now. I thought things might change, that we might start being more open about feelings and stuff. But we are not. Can you imagine being a really old man? Charlie says, putting on an old man's voice, and Oliver giggles, shuffling up to join us against the headboard. Charlie's smile is contagious. They start playing I Spy. The day's going to be difficult for everyone, but everyone has difficult days, I guess. I used to think that difficult was better than boring, but now I know better. There have been a lot of difficult days in the past few months. There have been too many difficult days. Happy Christmas, says Charlie without any warning. He leans over Oliver to rest his head on mine. I lean a little too, my head is on his shoulder. The radio plays. I think the sun is rising, or it might be just the street lamps. I'm not going to think about the past few months, about Charlie and me, about all of the sadness. I'm going to block it all out, just for today. Happy Christmas, I say. I try not to fall asleep again, but I still do. Oliver's laugh ringing in my ears.